My friend, and welcome to Pro Wrestling Daily. My name is Aaron Machbitz. It can't be said enough how hard and how much of a grind being a professional wrestler is, even way before you get to WWE. I mean, majority of people who make it to WWE grinded on the independent scene for a long time with travel, with car rides, with very little shows, with planes, with making very little money, with having to drive 15 hours or drive 15 hours and then fly to a show and then leave in the middle of the night and then catch a flight early in the morning, then drive another 3 hours and do all these sorts of things and make sure you get money and do shows that have very little people and wrestle people who aren't very good and make sure you don't get hurt and then try to sell your merch and try to sell your stuff on social media, and all of these things add up. This is just on the independent scene. I mean, I know guys right now who are on the independent scene who are just grinding away trying to make it. No one is an overnight success. It takes 10 to 15 years to be an overnight success, and this is the majority of people. Now, yeah, of course, we see someone like a Logan Paul who just makes it to WWE, but he grinded outside of WWE in a different way to become a social media sensation. So there is still a work ethic and a history of working hard there. It just wasn't specifically on the independent scene or in professional wrestling, which is the hardest thing sort of them all, based on just my own experience and maybe potentially a little bias. And so I really loved this recent quote from Dave Bautista about his comparison between Hollywood and professional wrestling. And so let me share this quote to really sort of stamp home how much of a grind being a professional wrestler is and the work ethic that it takes and how that can be extrapolated into other areas of your life. And so Dave Bautista says Hollywood is a cakewalk compared to the grind of being a professional wrestler. His direct quote, "I have a strong work ethic, and my work ethic really came from the WWE. They're not only durable people, but it's just the hardest grind that I could ever imagine. Being in Hollywood, being on a film set, it's long hours, but compared to the grind of being a professional wrestler, it's a cakewalk. It's night and day. I'm in this business and I find it hard to relate to people who are just always unhappy on set and always complaining about something. I don't relate to that at all." This is absolutely brilliant and perfect from Dave Bautista, who is a Hall of Famer in WWE, one of the best to do it, one of everyone's favorites. We all love Bautista, and he's totally 100% right. So you grind on the independents, you grind elsewhere outside of WWE, and then you get to WWE, and the grind just continues to go. You have to go from this show to that show, to this appearance, to that appearance, to actually wrestle, to car rides, to plane rides, to buses. I mean, all of WWE superstars, the hardest part about it is the travel. Then you actually have to do the part of your job, which is most important, which is entertain millions of people, and you have to do it excellently, perfectly, without a hitch on live television because there's no redos, right? That's what sports entertainment is. It's incredibly hard, but the travel is what wears you down consistently over and over and over again. And when you start to do that, little things like, being on set for 10 hours don't bother you because one, you're getting to do something that you absolutely love, which that appreciation and that value is very important. But you also know that, man, I could be in a car ride, going from show to show to show to show to show to show, doing an appearance, doing a meet and greet, then wrestling, then going to show to show to show to show to show. And I love this thing, but it's really hard. And so that's why when you see these guys and these girls that finally make it to WWE or AEW or whatever making it is for them currently, right? Because you can make it on the indies now. You can make a lot of money doing a lot of different shows. GCW is running a lot of shows, and it's amazing to see this type of expansion on the independent wrestling scene, as well as some of the bigger companies, doing well. WWE, AEW, TNA, New Japan, right, really can make it in those types of businesses. So when you see that, you can see sort of the emotion that runs in their face when, say, they win a championship or they get a contract. I mean, that's real, raw emotion, which is what professional wrestling is driven on. It's driven on storytelling and real, raw emotion because they know the journey that it took to get there, the steps, the grind, the attitude, the bumps, the bruises, like falling down, getting back up, thinking about quitting, not quitting. Should I do this? This is really my path forward. All of these doubts that float in your head when you just when nothing advances for 5 years or nothing happens, or you seem like this person got the opportunity and you should have it, and we play these mind games with ourselves, and all of these things play a part, and then finally it culminates in one of the most incredible, amazing moments of your life, whatever that will be. So if you're working really hard at something, just know that it will pay off. And according to our buddy Dave Bautista, there's nothing in this world like the grind of being a professional wrestler. And I think as fans, we always need to recognize that. We always need to recognize how hard this job is. So when there is a mistake or a quote unquote botch or whatever the case may be, we're forgiving about that. We understand about seeing wrestlers in the hotel or in the airport. They're tired. They've had a long days of travel. Be kind, be courteous, have some boundaries, understand these types of things when we're having interactions, and so that the fan wrestler dynamic is strong and it's built, because that's what our business is built on. The fans loving it and us doing the best of our ability to perform in that ring and travel to shows and give you the best performance we possibly can. But it comes down to you respecting our space, respecting our time, and all of those sorts of things. And then we work together, fans and wrestlers alike, to make this the best sports entertainment thing on the planet. And so I think that's really important, but I'm pumped that Dave Bautista said that, and he keeps talking about wrestling and how hard it is and how much it impacted him and how deeply it impacted him and how it made him the person that he is today on Hollywood sets, being the great actor that he is. And so that's awesome. And it's also important for fans to get that context as well about how hard we're working, the grind of it all, and how maybe you can be a little bit more courteous when we have these sorts of interactions at hotels or at airports, or what you message us and things of that nature. So I just thought that was really important to share. So comment down below your thoughts. Do you agree, disagree? What do you think of Bautista? Obviously, he's amazing. Everyone thinks he's amazing. But then like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Lots of love. Cheers.